Hey everyone, welcome back to the very podcast. I'm your host Ryan ZR, and I'm joined here by my co-host Harry. How are you?
Yep, as always.
As always, yep. So this episode is going to be a bit different. But yeah, anyway. All right. So everyone, I just want to let you know before we go into this little episode of the very podcast. That we'll be discussing some controversial things that have to do with the society we join on our mobile devices on a daily basis called social media, Twitter specifically. If this seems like something you're not interested in because you're not about the drama and like to live and let live, that's perfectly fine. However, if you're uncomfortable listening to this because you feel people can't live how they want, the way they want, why they want, and whatever they choose to do with their bodies, and the incredibly egotistical groups that call themselves activists, you may want to listen to this anyway because this is about you. So Harriet, you saw something on Twitter about Mark.
Oh, I saw something on Twitter. Yeah, so
Okay.
Mark Hamill was recently, I'd like to say, scrutinized over a reply from J.K. Rowling that she made towards someone by the name of India Willoughby, I think. I don't know how you say it, but that's the name. So this woman, India, says, "I'm more of a woman than J.K. Rowling will ever be." And then J.K. Rowling responds, "Citation needed." Assuming she means citations for woman. Well,
Which yeah, I get that, and as I had said as well in that message, if I can find it. And guys, this whole conversation is in Snapchat, so I'm just kind of reading based on what I had said here. Um, so he sent the screenshot of what he just said, and then I replied with, "I could see the argument for both sides." And here, actually, do you just want to read your parts and I read mine?
yeah.
Okay, so I say, "I could see the argument for both sides."
Mm. But Mark doesn't deserve to be slammed. People can like and retweet wherever the fuck they want.
I understand why Mark liked it, and I understand the activist's point of view. Now, if I were to put my own 2 cents in, I would say it could go two ways.
Meaning?
One, the person that tweeted could have meant morally, and second, the person tweeting it could have an ego taller than the building in Dubai.
I'd like to imagine that it's two, because J.K. Rowling has been pointing out some BS that the trans community comes up with. Sorry, well, because J.K. Rowling has been pointing out BS that the trans community has been coming up with for months, or at least she considers to be BS.
And then I said, now see, this is the problem I have with people attacking others on social media. They never take the time to explain their reasoning for telling Mark why he's wrong for his action, or simply clicking a button on a post. They only scream and holler and don't say a damn thing to educate or give a good enough reason as to why someone could potentially be in the wrong, that's correct.
Well, when they're called out, they go into a snot, as shown perfectly in the new movie Car, which I'm about to see sooner or later.
Right. And then that's when you sent me a clip, which I'll play now. You'd have to have the thing played, the live stream played for me to do this.
So,
yeah, let me know when you're on the stream.
I'm on stream, yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is from, by the way, this is from this is a clip from a movie as well.
Oh, he's not pretending he's certain about anything. Because he knows that it's always the question that involves the listener. It's never the answer, right? Now, the big question for you is, what do you think, Max?
You play really well. But nowadays, white, male, cis composers, just not my thing.
Don't be so eager to be offended. The narcissism of small differences leads to the most boring conformity.
I guess Edgar Varese is okay. I mean, no, like, Akana, anyway.
Oh, well, then you must be aware that Varese once famously stated that jazz was a Negro product exploited by the Jews. Didn't stop Jerry Goldsmith from ripping him off for his Planet of the Apes score. It's kind of a perfect insult, don't you think? But you see, the problem with enrolling yourself as an ultrasonic epistemic dissident is that if Bach's talent can be reduced to his gender, birth country, religion, sexuality, and so on, then so can yours. Now, someday, Max, when you go out into the world and you guest conduct for a major or minor orchestra, you may notice that the players have more than light bulbs and music on their stands. They will also have been handed rating sheets, the purpose of which is to rate you. Now, what kind of criteria would you hope that they would use to do this? Your score reading and stick technique, or something else? All right, everyone. Using Max's criteria, let's consider Max's thing. In this case, Anna Boabaz-Dolter. Now, can we agree on 2 pieces of observation? 1, that Anna was born in Iceland, and 2, that she is, in a, I don't know, Waldorf teacher kind of way, a super hot young woman. Show of hands. All right, now let's turn our gaze back to the piano bench up there and see if we can square how any of those things possibly relate to the person we see seated before us. Where are you going?
You're a fucking bitch.
And you are a robot. I mean, unfortunately, the architect of your soul appears to be social media. You want to dance the mask, you must service the composer. You got to sublimate yourself, your ego, and yes, your identity. You must, in fact, stand in front of the public and God and obliterate yourself.
Yeah, that clip, I couldn't agree more, especially toward the end there. How she basically called him out for, having the architect of his soul being social media, which basically is like like how we had mentioned in the beginning of this, how there's that society on your mobile device that you use every single day called social media, which really it is. It's a place where people go to boost their egos and think that they're above everyone else, when really they're just as human as we are, and they seem to think otherwise, and that grinds my gears as well. And I know that there was an episode before, I think it was last episode or the episode before, where I had mentioned we weren't going to talk about anything controversial anymore, but really this, like, when Harry brought this to my attention, it really struck a chord with me. I'm like, no, okay, but this has to be the one exception, because like this is out of hand.
Yeah. Did anyone else, did you find it ironic, like he's saying, why this male composers aren't my thing? That's coming from, like, we don't know what gender he is, but, white male.
Yeah.
Saying he doesn't like white male composers,
Like, it shouldn't matter. It's a person. Anybody could do that job.
Separating, as one person, it was from a YouTuber said, separating the art from the artist.
Yeah.
And St. Causes.
Yeah, as long as you're able to do something incredible, like, I don't care if you're, someone that's in, like, special ed or some bullshit, or physically unable. As long as you're able to make a positive impact in any kind of field, I think you're an incredible person.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, let's use is it Stevie Wonder? Was he the guy that was blind?
He's blind.
Yeah. See, that dude, he was blind, and he still played like a damn pro. Wasn't there a deaf musician as well? I could have sworn there was. Well, either way, these guys were disabled, and they still brought out something incredible.
None of these I know, but, wait, Beethoven's Nightmare? No. There's a bunch of people I don't know. There Mangy, Harvey, Sean Forbes, Evelyn Glennie, Warren Snipe.
Yeah, well, either way, I mean, if they were deaf, they still made gold.
Yeah.
So, like, I've said this before in other episodes, and I just feel like I'm repeating myself, but seriously, though, I don't care if you're black, white, any part of Asia, whatever. I don't care about your ethnicity. I don't care how, if you're missing an arm or whatever. Like, I don't care anything about that shit. You are able to, like, whether you can do something physically or use your voice, you can still make an impact on anyone's lives. That's how this should be. I don't give a shit if you're trans, gay, bisexual. I don't give two shits what you're part of. As long as you are able to make good of it, that's all that matters.
And not abusive.
Exactly. Yeah, and please, don't also don't take this as like, hey, I'm gonna use this as an excuse to do bad shit. Like, no, we knew. I mean, we're not gonna say any names, but Harry and I both know a couple people that have used their disabilities as an excuse for shit. But, yeah. But anyway, though, like, I mean.
I don't know if this is gonna get me slapped as well, but it's like cops, because they're like the authority. They can do whatever they want with their power.
Right, and people need to
we kind have seen that. Like, I've seen it. You might have. Have you ever seen something like that happen, like real life, or
what?
Like cops abuse their power, like
I've only seen it on video.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't like witnessed it because I mean I don't see cops very often. I mean I work with a retired cop, but I mean even he is accepting of everybody.
Well, fair play to him.
But yeah, I mean, like guys, it's not that hard. And like, okay, and this also kind of is also kind of attached to religion as well in a way. And I won't get into all that. All I'm gonna say is that even though like I from what I've been told, Christianity is kind of against the whole like same-sex marriage thing. I mean, I'm not going to say cool to that, but I'm going to say I understand your beliefs because you were raised that way, so I'm not going to hold that against you. That's kind of what was just put into your brain at a young age. But what I will say is that, regardless of what that part says, at least, I mean, you don't have to like it. All we're asking is for you to respect it and accept the person for who they are, because seriously, they could be the greatest person in the world, and you're gonna let your religion hinder you from accepting that person? Really? You're gonna let your religion tell you, hey, that person's bad, even though they've done the best in their life? Like, let's maybe separate religion from that for a moment and actually take a minute to look at the person inside and out. Like, they could be the sweetest person on the planet, and you're shunning them because of their sexuality. Like, does that not sound off to you? I mean, let's dissect that for a bit. I mean, I've known, and okay, this is a meme, but it still applies. Like, dude, I have gay friends, I have trans friends, I have trans people watching the videos. They're people. They are still literally just last episode 23. We had Emily Saxton on here. She's a trans. She went from male to female. We still hung out. We still joked around. We were still cool with her. Whatever. Hell, she made fun of Walt for a bit. Being Tommy in it and shit. But still, she was respectable. She's a respectful person, and I have enough respect for them to call them by their name that they want.
And getting the views, like how, she's this and that, so she therefore has the green light to do whatever, say whatever,
Yeah. I mean, hell, she was there to help teach us about, like, YouTube and how to hack the system, pretty much. So, I mean, nothing's more commendable than that, Like, we didn't shun her because she's another person. She's another flesh and blood, just like the rest of us. So please, like, and also I believe that Christianity has a thing for spread peace and love and like I've seen and it's really unfortunate. It's really sad because I've also seen and I've known some other Christians or people that have claimed to be Christians that did the exact opposite. All they did was spread hate and then say, "Oh, Jesus will forgive me." It's like, okay, you're not a true Christian then, because we have our friend Nick, which is a true Christian. That dude, seriously, the most sweetest, like I was just saying, like the sweetest, nicest dude, and he is Christian. And, I mean, he has family members that are also part of the LGBTQ community, and, they may not, I guess, I don't want to use the wrong words here, like, their beliefs hinder them from accepting it, I guess. It's the best way I know how to put it. I could be dead wrong, so don't hold me to that. But either way, they love them still, they respect them, because it's another person, I mean, they may not respect or not, well, not respect, but accept. They may not accept the LGBTQ part, but they look past that because they want to see the true person in themselves. Because their sexuality is not the only thing about them. So, that's what I got for right now. Harry, you got anything?
Well, it's...
I mean, not to put you on the spot.
Actually, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. Okay. I can't go down from this.
Oh, no worries.
J.K. Rowling again. Yeah. So, like, again, they're separating J.K. Rowling's art from her. And I heard that there was one person who labels J.K. Rowling transphobic. This guy is literally going out of his way to make copies and remove her name from them. Why?
Well, okay, explain to me this whole thing, because like I understand it, but partially am also out of the loop with this kind of thing.
What is there to understand? Like, no, that's literally all this guy's doing. This is just for like their own satisfaction, like those who see J.K. Rowling as transphobic. They're only doing it to, as you say, to kind of boost their
egos?
Ego. Why else are they doing that? What's the need to do it for? Like, can you think of a reason? I can't think of a reason.
Well, no, and I can't really speak too much because I don't know a whole lot, but based on based on the very limited knowledge that I have here, and I emphasize that as well, based on the very limited knowledge that I got, I can only really... All I can really say about that is, like, I don't know much about what's going on, so I can't comment too much.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Go what you have.
But, yeah, so far that I've gathered anyway, like, the whole, like, J.K. Rowling, like, anytime I think about that, I think about the whole thing with, like, Hagrid and,
Robbie Coltrane and Ralph Fiennes.
And, well, then, son of a bitch, Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson.
Yeah, like, what was that whole thing again?
Okay, so, the trans people...
We lost... Oh.
Got...
Wait, okay, say that again, you just, like, froze.
Okay, so, trans people, or trans activists, calling J.K. Rowling transphobic. Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson follow along with this. And the reason it pissed me off so much is because, again, J.K. Rowling's work and them being able to be part of that is the reason they are where they are today. So I kind of see that as a bit of a gold diggerish move, or just, again, another ego-boosting move. Anyway, so, Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid, and then Ralph Fiennes, who played as Voldemort. Both of them were very disgusted about them just, like, labeling J.K. Rowling transphobe over something that's true. Like how men who, if I'm correct, who men, if whether they do transgender or say they're a woman or not, they say they menstruate. They don't. They don't have the organs to do that.
That's the most...
They just do not have the biological body structure to do that.
No, that is physically impossible.
Anyway, so...
unless you cut, like, okay, I'm gonna get graphic here. Unless you are cutting a hole in your dick, you're not getting any blood out of there. I mean, I'm just saying.
But yeah, so I assume, Robbie Coltrane passed away, and, everyone was upset except the trans activist who celebrated his death. All because he supported J.K. Rowling.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing about what you're saying, just what popped in the chat. Oh god, what a thing to walk into. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, go ahead, continue. That caught me off guard.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, no, wait. So, Robbie Coltrane, Ralph Fiennes, they're condemning it because, it's just so uncalled for. But then Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, who clearly are just trying to side with them just for fucking ego boosting, are supporting them.
Yeah.
I assume you've heard of Hogwarts Legacy coming out, right?
I'm not a Harry Potter follower,
game?
so
but surely you've heard of the game, no?
No.
Surely you come on, you must have seen an ad for it.
If I did, I didn't pay attention to it.
Okay, alright, no, that's fine. Alright. Hogwarts Legacy is basically you're putting yourself into the Wizarding World, and that's it. That's all you need to know. You're in. I don't know the exact portions. I think you can literally go to classes. You can do wand casting, so on and so forth. Anything, but you obviously know jack shit about it. But,
well, yeah.
But listen, if you see a movie, anything that's in the movies, you pretty much do or can do. So, trans activists have been trying so desperately to boycott the novels as it's saying, as well as the game. But it ended up backfiring. It actually boosted the sales of J.K. Rowling's novels.
Wow.
Now, what caused it to backfire, I don't know. I guess. Would I be right in saying that the large majority of the population are straight?
Hard to say if we don't have a chart for that.
Okay, well,
but even the chart, I feel like that would be inaccurate because the chart is based on votes.
Just really think about it, though. Because surely, hold on, how do I word this?
I mean, I feel like there are more straight people, but I could also be very wrong on that, so I can't say it.
Because think about it, like,
I mean, well, thinking about it, because all these people keep coming out about, like, being trans or gay, like, all those people were in hiding for years and finally came out about it, so it might be an even split, actually.
Because, like, if there are so many people, because, like, I imagine those booths of sales were doing it to piss off trans people. So that's why I can't bring it up. It's like,
yeah,
does not kind of show that there's more people that agree with J.K. Rowling. So, like,
possibly.
Okay, I'm probably not wording it correctly, but surely you know what I'm getting at, because
I think I do. I'm pretty. I think I might have a pretty basic idea. But yeah, no, I mean,
for all we know, maybe not all trans people are against her.
Right.
For all we know, that might not be the case, because...
Although, okay, here, I'm gonna play this clip as well, because I remember actually, because, I mean, normally I don't get involved in shit on Twitter, and, yeah, and this one actually struck a chord with me. So, I'm gonna play this on the stream, audio only, and then I'll read what I said about it. So, here we go.
People are really out here saying that trans Chuchi is the inferior product. I'm sorry, we have the designer, expensive, bougie coochie. Like, you're telling me if someone says, would you like this free paper bag that came with my groceries, or would you like this $35,000 bag? You're taking the designer Birkin, babe. Like, seriously, you're just mad because trans girls don't want to put trash like you in our designer bags. People are...
Okay. So now, okay, the caption for that, because somebody by the account called Libs of TikTok had said, male transgender activists claim fake man-made vaginas are superior to real ones. So I actually got onto this, and I said I normally would refrain from anything relating to or something that has potential to become a part of drama. But let's just take a second here to just simply say I personally don't care about designer shit. Honestly, I think someone who has bougie shit is an arrogant fuck. Also, okay, wait, I want to make sure I'm reading this all in order here. Okay. Also, trans people in my book are the same as people who haven't transitioned, but claiming you have something that is better compared to something someone naturally has that you went and got surgically applied to you is immensely wrong, and I vehemently disagree. That just flat out makes you, as the UK people would say, a twat. I have respect for those that don't go out of their way to boast about something, claiming it is better than anyone else. Then you end up losing people in the process because of how much of a piece of shit you become. And I ended off with, be kind, be respectful, show love and care. Stop lying.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah. Stop lying to yourself. Know your actual worth, rather than thinking you're up there with the successful people who actually fought to get where they are. Don't be a snob about it. Just chill. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit about the Gucci or the Louis Vuitton. Dude, I can go to a fucking grocery store right now and get a plastic bag and it does the same shit. All it does is just hold shit. That's it. And I think that's why I have so much respect for the people that are homeless, because they're well, from what I've seen anyway, they are kind of MacGyvering, if you guys know that reference. If you don't know MacGyver, basically just he crafts things out of weird shit. But anyway, it's a survival tactic. So anyway, I've seen homeless people. They craft their own things, to hold shit and cook things. That's called survival, man. You throw them out into the wilderness, hell, those people will survive forever. I feel bad for them being homeless, of course, yes. Nobody deserves that. Especially not the kind of the economy and government shit that we're living in right now, but I'm not going to get into any of that because, anyway, that's just a whole new argument that'll go down a whole different path, and I'd rather not deal with that. But yeah, no, the whole point is, you're no better than anyone just because you have all these, Rolexes, which I don't understand that part either. It's a watch. It tells you the time.
Materials.
What, I don't know, they were talking about,
gold.
Yeah, they don't need that shit. They don't. All it is, it's literally, as they said, a designer thing. It's a design. Hell, somebody can go out there and paint something, and or draw something out real small and make it look. There's a YouTuber that is phenomenal at drawing. It looks like the real thing, from afar, and if you had art like that, just on these things or whatever, to make it look like it's truly that, dude, that's all it is. It's just a small design, nothing to get all crazed about. All that would tell me, especially, and okay, it's that on top of behavior. The behavior part is just the fucking cherry on top. Because if you're carrying around all of that designer shit and you're a snobby person, already I'm just saying fuck off. But if you're carrying all that stuff, just now it popped in my head, let's use Shaquille O'Neal. He doesn't carry all that shit. He's a super chill dude. He's respectable. He was on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive. Shout out to him. And he says that he doesn't like the the label, and Shaq says that he doesn't like to be called a celebrity because he feels like he is among with the rest of the people that that helped to make him what he is today, which I find so respectable. I mean, dude, that's huge. And every other person on social media that has a large following should also feel that same way. Because seriously, those follower numbers could drop anytime and your fame is gone. That's it. Once those numbers are gone and your ratios are so far apart, you are dead in the water on social media.
Yeah, check the chat.
Okay, YouTube chat or?
Yeah, you should chat, yeah.
Okay. Oh, Walt's wanting to come on. Walt, as long as you're not gonna be a dipshit about it. Not to call you out or anything, really. I mean that genuinely. But, Walt, if you do even the slightest thing, that's it. So, manage, roles,
Yeah, we're
guest.
talking about something serious here.
Very
The last
serious.
thing we need is
Oh, wait, we gotta go to...
entertainment.
hang on, we gotta go to the,
Podcasting.
yeah, the podcast thing, so I'll see you there.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Alright, well, we're in the recording room now. And we'll wait for him to join. But, yeah, no, so anyway, that's kind of my viewpoint on that.
What? What's that? Wait, yeah, I need to be caught up to speed, boys.
Cut up the
Okay, so
Yeah,
alright,
go.
so we're talking about J.K. Rowling, trans activists are going after her, and now they're going after Mark Hamill. You know Mark Hamill?
No.
The guy that
No,
played Luke
or
Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker. Anyway, so Mark
okay.
Hamill liked a tweet by J.K. Rowling. Hang on a sec. And the tweet was. Sorry. The tweet that. Alright, so the original tweet from India Willoughby. I'm more of a woman than J.K. Rowling will ever be. J.K. Rowling responds, citation needed.
And I'm assuming that person that said that is a trans woman.
So, anyway.
That was a question.
Me? Or.
Yeah, the person. The person saying that they're more of a woman than they will ever be. I'm assuming they're also trans.
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense.
Or maybe it's just a woman trying to stand up for trans. I really
The
don't
first
know.
thing I thought of in context of that was that they're also trans, and they're trying to say that they're more superior, which I feel is bullshit. But
Anyway, so Mark Hamill liked J.K. Rowling's tweet saying citation needed, and then he got attacked by trans for it. And then, after that, I linked Ryan a video on Twitter from the new movie called Tar, which is about a German composer, in which, should we play it again for him, or should I send him the clip myself?
maybe send it yourself since I already played it once.
I'll send him. I'll send him. Or I'll send him.
I mean, I'm just very confused because the first thing I heard was as soon as I joined that.
we know.
Okay.
That was so. I was so confused.
Alright,
I was
Garrett,
like,
well, I thank you on Snapchat. If you will watch it quickly, then come back in.
Okay.
Or, well, you can still be here, which is like,
Yeah, I want
yeah.
to know.
So give it a watch and we'll continue on.
This is 3 minutes. Oh my god.
It's worth it.
Oh yeah,
You really need to listen to it.
and you're welcome to deafen yourself if you need to. As Harry and I keep talking.
Okay. All right, 1 sec.
That's
Alright.
muting, but all right.
Okay.
Here,
Okay.
I'll deafen him. There we go, server deafen. Cool. All right.
Anyway,
So yeah.
Right, Hogwarts Legacy. So, once again, just like the novels they're trying to say. Now, the funny thing is that she has no involvement in the video game, but she appreciates the game being made though,
Wait, game.
and the Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the game. So yeah, so like they're trying to stop people from buying the game because, again, J.K. Rowling's name is attached to it because she made Harry Potter.
Right.
Even though, again, she has no involvement with the game. But I'm buying it anyway because I like Harry Potter and I think it's a very cool concept. On console because my PC is fucking weak apparently. But yeah, no, it's I have high hopes for it, just like the Callisto Protocol. I do hope it goes well. Well, yeah, no, poor J.K. Rowling, poor Robbie Coltrane, and Mark Hamill, they do not deserve this fucking backlash over liking a tweet or
Oh yeah, no.
or
I mean,
stating
that also, like, if they're attacking him for that, they're basically saying, "Hey, no, you're wrong for saying that," but also, hashtag freedom of speech.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
freedom of buttons.
yeah, freedom of expression, freedom of buttons.
Yeah. Okay, I think Wolf's done.
Okay,
Have you listened to it, Wolf?
he's still muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't know.
What
Are you
came
confused?
to your
Are you...
What came to your mind?
I guess I was confused. I don't know. Wait, I just
Okay, but do you get like what exactly the teacher's pointing out?
Especially
Kind of, but
especially toward the end when social media was brought up.
Yeah. So basically, she's pointing out. I would kind of guess his hypocrisy because, like, in how he was saying, "You play really well, but why cisgender males aren't my thing?" When he literally is a white male.
Oh.
And then, of course, then just points out like how you don't, and like how he separates like. So it's like he thought the music was good, but doesn't like how it was done by a white man.
What?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Exactly, it doesn't. So like she then went right back at him, like making an example, like a woman from Iceland and super hot. So it's like how could he relate to that exact criteria?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's so stupid. Wait, that's stupid though. Wait. What?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It
it
doesn't matter though. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point. Yeah.
and that's what the director and writer Todd Field, who wrote and directed it, wanted to point out. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And people are stirring over this, I'm guessing, because
Yep.
Not
Well, not
over
over
the movie.
that. Just the fact that Mark Hamill liked it, I guess.
damn.
it's again it really angers me like over liking a tweet. It's
Yeah.
Well, who cares? Whatever.
again it's like what Ryan said, hashtag freedom of speech or freedom of expression.
Exactly, because dude, we're human. We have shit. We have our own beliefs and whatever. And the least we could do is respect other people's points of views, whether we agree with it or disagree with it. There's also that saying, agree to disagree, and just move on.
And it would. It's kind of sad to even be like tied up in like drama like this, because it's like, who gives a fuck? It's not. It's like not your life. It's
Exactly.
not your problem. Like,
Right.
why would you waste your breath on something you don't have to waste your breath on? Just who cares? Like, goddamn. Like, that's the thing. I know you said not change the subject,
Well,
but
I mean,
it's
if it
just like
branches from
As
this,
long as it's relevant, as long as it's somewhat relevant, go on.
yeah.
it's like if it doesn't really affect you, and if it's drama that you can avoid, especially if it's like on Twitter or something like this, then avoid it. Like, why would you waste your time and your breath and your life focusing on something that at the end of the day is, I guess it's an opinion, really. It's just like, why? Like, yeah, okay, I don't know. It's just like, why would you waste so much time on something that doesn't matter to you?
It's confusing.
Yeah.
If it's not your problem, then why would you like put yourself in a position where it is when it doesn't have to be? It's like,
I mean, all
if
it
you can
does
avoid it,
just-
avoid it.
Oh yeah. I mean, all it does is just cause stress.
Yeah, like, why would you
Unneeded
make your life
stress.
worse like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be going to my second home to see it sometime.
Shit.
But yeah, I'll tell you guys how it is when I do go see it because I'm really interested just from watching that one clip to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I imagine it's just firing shots.
And what's the movie that called? Tar.
Tar, yeah, just
Okay.
called Tar. Kate Blanchett is in it, as you saw.
Yeah, yeah.
I only know her as the elf woman from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Which I haven't seen either of those.
Yeah, I mean,
Apparently, woke people are leftist. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard someone say. But
Sorry, it's
okay.
Walt.
there.
Muted.
Anyway,
That wasn't me that did that, by the way, Walt. That wasn't me. Anyway, as you were saying.
apparently, woke people are leftists and Republicans. Okay, seriously, like what?
Don't focus on him, just focus on what you're saying.
Okay, but yeah, no, I've heard that people. I've heard some people say that apparently woke people are leftists, but I don't see how. Assuming you know both sides, Democrat and Republican, can you explain to me like what both of those?
The only limited thing that I know of, because I kind of went apolitical, which means I don't get into politics anymore.
Okay.
But basically, Democrats are for the people. Okay. See, this is why I don't want to get into this shit, because I can easily be slammed against a locker with this. God, I'm trying because I've tried so hard to refrain from doing this. Not that I don't want to. It's just, I mean, God, politics is a very that's like walking. That's like okay. Here, this is a perfect representation of politics. Politics is like walking on just barely frozen water on the lake. Like, yeah, you're able to walk on it, but if you take the wrong step, you're falling through, kind of thing.
Right.
So it's very thin ice. Like,
Okay, well,
so Republicans are all for guns and keeping the rich rich and just blowing smoke up people's asses. And Democrats are for the people. Not really for guns, but not against them either, because it is a part of the Second Amendment. I believe that's which one it is.
the second, yeah, second.
Okay.
The first un-American, but I know some things. First Amendment is speech, second is guns, and then the other ones I need to educate myself on, but...
Yeah, I mean, well, so yeah, anyway, politics, that's a gray area, man. Like, that, if like you think the whole LGBTQ activists and all that shit, if you think that's all hardcore, dive into politics, you'll really find a lava pit. because because you'll find people that we know, not gonna say names, but are in an old friend group of mine. Like those guys are very Republican, and that's all I'm saying about that because I don't want to get roasted here.
Yeah. No, yeah. DM, by the way.
Oh, all right.
Not Snapchat. Oh.
Why is my phone not? Okay, that's weird.
No, Josh. We're not speaking about you. We're speaking about.
No. Not you, Josh. Not you. Believe me, not you.
No, it's about a few public figures, as a matter of fact. It's about a few public figures.
I'll just say those the people that I was talking about know who they are. I'm not saying names either.
Yeah, so Mark Hamill, J.K. Rowling, Robbie Coltrane, Ralph Fiennes, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson. And then we didn't show, but plays audio of a clip from a movie from the new film called Tar. Actually, was called Tar.
Really quick, Josh, I am the same way, dude. I'm very neutral, and I don't care for the two-party system. And and I've mentioned this before. I don't know if it was on podcast or what. I don't think it was, but I do not like the two-party system at all because, like, think of it. We're supposed to be actually, I think I tweeted about this. It is not the United States if you're, in yeah, I did. Okay. In my tweet, it was a two-tweet thread. I said, as someone who is apolitical, it's very hard to not respond to people's posts that have political hypocrisy in their words. How are we the United States when we have multiple political parties? That doesn't sound united to me. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, etc. Why do we need all of those political parties if we are supposedly a united country? That just flat out sounds like separation to me.
Josh is saying, "God, last time we called politics, you were Democrat."
I mean, I still, I loosely am. I'm trying so hard to not get into any kind of controversy here.
No, I
God,
think
so hard.
I think we've gone portion politics. We drove way off with the whole J.K. Rowling thing.
Oh yeah, well, everything kind of connects though. Like everything's all controversy, and it all kind of branches from each other.
Now, first off, are you going to see the movie Tar, or do you have any intention?
I may actually after watching that clip. That's an interesting one.
Now, I have no idea what the ending is, but apparently all saying that it does not end. It does not end well for. It does not end well for the woman.
Well, and also,
What?
I don't know. It's Walt.
Sorry, I was watching something. I'm sorry. I know that was really bad. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. So, but actually, for this, I will share my screen. Here we go. Prep. All right. So, you're welcome to click on that because we're about to watch a video together. This one had me in literal tears. I had to walk away because of how, after it, because I was just, I couldn't breathe. I was crying so hard.
God.
So here we go.
Don't cry now.
The people on the
countdown to a school shooting.
Oh.
10. Good morning, Southern California. I wish I could
home.
describe
We're looking at
how
high 88 with a light
region
almost
overall. It's a beautiful day. 9. The average class size in LAUSD is 40.
Of those students,
20 will be diagnosed with mental illness.
1, 2,
3.
4 will receive treatment. If there isn't time to acknowledge a problem, there won't be time to fix it. We are wind-up toys marching to a pledge of allegiance.
Like soldiers given no direction.
There are standards we must reach.
Tightened every day, we are given only the option of breaking ourselves.
Or breaking each other.
8. Teaching is more than a textbook, more than creating lesson plans and preaching for hours. Our words should be their bulletproof vests wired without the fear of exploding. But it's hard to maintain with inspiration being as rare as a 4.0. 7. I'm in my psych class taking notes on anxiety, and I keep seeing my reflection in the paper. My hands are shaking, and I can't read my notes. If I can't read my notes, I can't pass the test. If I can't pass the test, I can't pass the class. If I can't pass the class, I can't get a college. If I can't get a college, I can't get a job. If I can't get a job, I can't do anything. But maybe Katie has the notes.
6. I once asked Katie for the notes and she told me to get some friends. I thought I had some. I thought she was one. I always think things that others tell me are wrong. Like when I say my favorite color is red like blood. They say I need help, but they never give it. Keep me silent no matter the cost, but they can't ignore me anymore.
5. There are 480 minutes in the average school day. That's not enough time for any of us.
8 hours is only enough time to help those who reach out.
But they're all struggling. We're all struggling. Our fears have been drowned in your backlash and expectations.
They've forgotten how to gasp for air.
Oxygen is running out faster than water in California. Faster than passion can replace it. 4. You don't solve a problem by disguising it, medicating it, ignoring it, letting it continue so long that the operation of removing it has become more dangerous.
Than the problem itself.
3.
Attention students and teachers, this is an official lockdown. We've identified an armed student. Please remain as calm as possible. We've notified authorities and they're on their way.
2. It all starts with neglect. They put you in a corner, bury you in darkness, paint you as the black sheep so you become invisible. And I meant it literally. That's the thing about my generation. They assume everything is a joke, but I am not a joke. They will not be laughing. No one saved me. Who will save them? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's a beautiful day.
Countdown to
So yeah, that's that.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. I actually was crying there. I had a couple drop from my face, but yeah, dude, it's the fact that even had to be made is so fucking sad.
Yeah.
Like sorry, I get emotional over this shit. It's because it's so unneeded. Not this video. This video was beautiful, but
Everything that's happening, really.
it really though, like everything they mentioned is fucking valid, even to today. And you know, it's
And
shit like
Twitter-
that really gets me going because it's.
And Twitter is where it all really takes place.
Oh,
really
yeah.
though. I mean, dude, a world without a Twitter would be next to perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect.
Or disconnect.
Oh,
That's what some people say.
majorly, dude. Yeah.
I mean, easier said than done because believe me, I've tried. But
I
Oh,
mean,
Twitter.
I would just delete fucking Twitter. I did it right now.
You
I
deleted
just
Twitter?
deleted Twitter. Yeah,
Your account or the app?
the app at
Oh.
least. I still have my account in there, but it's like, bro, it's like, fuck. If Twitter's so bad, just get rid of it.
I mean,
If you think it's so toxic, you know, I'm not saying I disagree with you. I'm just saying, you know, if it's this bad, there's no point in having it. If it's something you control, you can control that. You know.
right, you
it-
remember
huh?
Splitting Image?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a little music video where they mock celebrities who said they would leave and like what they do on Twitter and all that, and it explains like what majority of the whole community or like all users on Twitter do, but most specifically it's celebrities look like they say they leave but they come right back or they don't actually leave. So it's celebrities as well. Well, as we discussed. Well,
Yeah, there are some celebrities out there that are like just complete jackasses, and then there are those out there that actually take the time to, you know, say thank you and, you know, hug the people. these people would not, and this kind of circles back to what I said before, these people would not be where they are if it wasn't for their fucking followers.
And
Because,
actually,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, like J.K. Rowling and Mark Hamill are actually some of them, because from J.K. Rowling, she actually acknowledged some drawings of like Harry Potter from a young person drawing, and she said, "Wow, this is great." And then from Mark Hamill, someone 3D printed it was like a camel with his name on it, so I think I was meant for like a joke, Mark Hamill camel or something.
Yeah.
But he acknowledged it. Wow, that's great. Thanks for sending this over to me. So acknowledgement. I think
Yeah.
that's probably the best thing that can happen.
I mean, like, among others, like, Mark Hamill is another actor that I highly respect. You know, like, especially, like, with him, you know, and as I'd said earlier, Shaq, and even Dwayne Johnson, you know, like, and Kevin Hart. You know, these guys, especially Gabriel Iglesias, all these people are such respectable people in the public. Because they understand, they know where they came from. They have respect for the people that you know allowed them to be where they are today. You know, and especially YouTubers. You know, like there are some YouTubers out there that shit on their people. You know, it's like, dude, you wouldn't be there if these people hadn't found your content and enjoyed what you do. You would not have the success that you have if it wasn't for the people who got you there. So stop
like
shitting on the people that got you where you need, where you are, where you're at. Sorry, I get super heated about that because it seriously, you're biting the hand that is feeding you.
Well, stop doing that.
I can't. Sorry.
Wait, what was he doing? I wasn't looking.
Nothing.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know what I was doing.
He's listening to music right now.
Am I? No, I am. But I'm listening.
But yeah, no, there's so many things in this world that are wrong and morally incorrect. It's not that hard to not be a piece of shit. You know, people, let me just say this, people like myself that are going through shit every single day, I don't make it public or anything because, you know, it's my problem. I'm not gonna, you know, make it other people's problem. You know, and I have a hard time doing that anyway, like, with, like, whenever I'm going through something, even if I have, you know, friends that are extremely close to me, you know, I consider them, like, brothers, you know, like, still, I struggle with this, you know, having all this shit in my life that, you know, that not everybody knows about. You know, I struggle trying to talk to people about that stuff. And, you know, like, in the documentary, like how, Walt, you know, he had talked about, the time I went completely dark. And, you know, I lost myself entirely, and I picked up that camera and I recorded myself. I deleted the footage afterwards, but, how we talked about that, and I lost who I was. I went apeshit because I didn't talk to anybody about it. I kept going because I felt the moral responsibility to keep going because that's just what I planted in myself. But I mean, just in general, like, if you're going through anything, don't hesitate to talk to people. Like, I had a hard time going through that because my mentality, or my, you know, going with that is like, well, they have their own problems. Why should I dump my shit onto their shoulders if, you know, I don't want to add on to whatever problems they got going because, see, I don't want to stress them out anymore. But then, go ahead.
In the case of what we were dealing with, I think you weren't adding like any pressure onto me because I knew I had to help you in some way because I knew that this was just out of fucking control. Like, this was, like, I was concerned for your health. So I like it wasn't adding anything into my shoulders because I wanted to help you, and I knew you had to get out of it. So I was willing to help you. I wasn't like, oh God, now I got to deal with this, you know. So it was just like I knew I had to help. I don't know. I knew that you were in this shithole of a, you're so deep in this story and everything. I needed to help you, so I did. It wasn't anything like, I didn't dread helping you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like another thing I had to deal with.
Right.
So,
But I mean, like, Harry's gone through dark shit. I've gone through dark shit. I'm sure Walt
I have.
has.
everybody has.
Oh,
Yeah, I have.
everybody. There's not a single person on this world except for an infant that just came into this world that has, no issue. There's everybody in this world has some issue going on in their life, whether it's personal or some just really anything. Everybody's going through something, and the part that I also disagree with is, like, people think that, oh, your problem's way worse than mine. Like, no, that's not true. Everybody has problems. None of them are comparable. They're not. Because everybody's going through different things, which in their own perception of it could be something huge, and to other people that's like a slice of cake or whatever. Like, everybody has problems. Everybody takes to them differently. That's just how it is. And, there are people out there like therapists, they have stuff going on in their lives, but they're licensed to help people because they want to help people. So, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't feel bad, going to the people you talk to and trust the most about your problems, because hell, they may open up to you about your stuff, and hell, now you guys are helping each other out. That's the whole thing, and that was also the whole message of the documentary that I put on my channel. Be there for people, no matter what they're going through, because they might do the same for you, So that's all I got with that. And if Harry's got any ending words here, I mean, we're about a little over an hour.
Just let people do what they want. If you have a problem with this, then it's like with movies. Quentin Tarantino, I know it sounds like a little bit of a divergence, but I think this is worth putting out. If you're offended over a movie or a certain aspect, then it's clearly not for you. It's not something that you should just continue to bitch over.
Right.
It's not for you. Like, and Quentin Tarantino says, I didn't make this movie for you. I made it, he only said that one thing, but the way I would say it is, I didn't make it for you, I made it for entertainment.
Exactly.
And that's something that Universal follows with pretty well as well. Like, their new movie, Violent Night, Megan, it was all about entertainment.
I loved Violent Night. I haven't seen Megan yet, but I loved Violent Night. That was an incredible film. I think I've watched that one actually like 3 or 4 times.
I saw it 3 times.
It's such a good movie.
Well,
I own it on Amazon Prime.
Well, yeah. Just, for the love of God, like, making a big fuss out of one small thing, that's just not on. And to go as far as to celebrate someone's death, that's sickening.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you any better?
It's almost like they waited for him to die for them to come out about that.
So, well, they're pointing out our immorality.
Yeah, immorality.
Apparently what they're doing are considered morals, or like, the more I even go on about this, the more my head hurts because of how fucking stupid people like those can be.
I agree. I mean,
I'm sorry, I have to fucking say it.
Oh,
They're
yeah, no.
fucking idiots. Like, sorry.
No, don't
Mark
apologize,
Hamill,
dude.
From Mark Bloody Hamill to Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, those two subjects are just incredibly wild, and not in a good way either. But yeah, no, and another thing,
Ryan, yeah.
For you, Harry, like, if you have something you want to express, whether you want to get up and loud or slam on something, like,
Well, it's kind of late.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
It's kind of late right now.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, express how you want. Don't ever feel the need to apologize about how you react to something, because that's genuinely how you feel about it. Like we were talking about earlier, freedom of speech.
Yeah. Anyway, I kept getting a little bit on where Mark actually was addressing him liking the tweet, and then one person said, okay, but it'd be great if you could take that like back. You have no idea how much I would just strangle this person. Asking telling Mark Hamill to take back an opinion that he has. Who the fuck is anyone to tell Mark how to think?
Yeah, that is wrong.
I want to, if I met this person.
Okay, now don't say anything you're gonna regret now. Like one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm all for freedom of speech here, but don't say something you're gonna regret.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but normally I would try and be like, okay, it's just them being idiots. But this one I just had to like step in and say, no, go away.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Just go the fuck away.
Yeah. I know, some people have real cojones, man. But I think that's where we're going to end this off. Hopefully you listeners took something from this and, respect one another, be there for one another, and accept people for who they are. Like, if they feel one way and they appear something else, man, be by their sides, because there are people out there that don't give a shit about how they feel, and they're telling them to live according to how they're believing. That's not how it goes. The way I say it is, do what makes you happy. As long as you're happy, I'm happy, and that's all there is to it, is happiness. There's no need for stress or anything.
And yeah, one more thing back to the movie thing. Like, again, wokeness on. There are many ways to go about, spreading inclusivity, saying everyone matters, everyone does matter, alright? And I know that.
Yeah.
Entertainment is not the way to go about it. People of different groups are losing their minds over it every single time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and like, the whole Little Mermaid was really unjustified. I do, that one was pretty unjustified. But for something like... and also Wakanda Forever, the whole women thing, that was also very uncalled for as well.
Yeah.
But apparently no, I won't. But apparently the CEO or the former CEO of Pixar was not very happy with how Pixar was doing this. But anyway, movies, TV shows should be for entertainment, not for influence. And Velma, you heard of Velma?
Oh yeah, I know about that.
That has done nothing but disrespect white people, from what I've heard.
Oh, I haven't seen the series, but I know it's a thing.
Yeah. Keep movies and TV shows or anything for entertainment. Period.
Right.
And I hope this is the last time. Hopefully, this is the last time we talk about any fucking drama and woke, because I'm sure you're getting tired of it now too, aren't you?
Oh, I've been tired of it, but this one really struck a chord with me, and I'm like, no, this one has to be done.
I hope. I think for now, I can even if there's more bullshit come out, I think we can put to rest, like what we said.
Oh yeah, I mean this whole show is meant to be about like comedy and just BS and have a good time, and whatever.
Yeah.
But this one I feel like needed to happen. This is one of those one-offs that is all about this kind of thing. Normally we don't do like specific topics, but this one I really wanted to nail. Because I've had this kind of building up for a bit, and I'm like, no, it's time. So, yeah, I'm glad we did this episode though. And yeah. So
Yeah,
with that,
no drink this time. So
Yeah,
we're
no.
concluding it now.
Yep.
I mean, this is too serious anyway. So
Oh
why
wait,
bother?
yeah. So, and I mean, if I had a hat, I would say, hats off to,
Yeah.
those guys. But
Yeah, no. Okay.
but yeah, with that, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all